Example 2, solve the following system of equations for t sub r and t sub t. So notice, this time we don't know either one of the times, but we have a relationship between the times that t sub t and t sub r are equal to each other. So, notice the top equation, r sub t sub t, r sub r, t sub r. So, the top equation, it's always the top equation. In the book they write them horizontally. They'll put the first equation, comma, the second equation, comma, the third equation. It's the first equation is always the main equation. Okay, they're pretty standard about that. And again, what makes a good substituting equation is this specifically. R sub t is equal to something else. R sub r is equal to something else. And t sub t is equal to something else. Notice that r sub t and r sub r are both equal numbers, where t sub t is equal to t sub r. Alright? But if I take a look at those three things and look at them in the main equation, this has something the same that it's equal to. R sub r has something that's equal to. And t sub t has something that's equal to. Reading from left to right, we don't want to say t sub r is equal to that. Take one or the other, don't take both. I always go, my letter on the left equals something else on the right. The ones on the left are the things I'm going to substitute in. So if I take that top equation, the three things underlined in red, black, and green get replaced with something else. Everything that's not underlined is going to stay what it is. I end up with 2 changing t sub t into t sub r. Notice this is being multiplied by this, so the substitution is being multiplied by the substitution. Then it says plus 120 equals r sub r, which is 10, times t sub r, which I don't have a replacement for. So the two things in blue stayed as is. The three things in red, black, and green got replaced with a substitution. Once I've done all the substituting, notice t sub r, t sub r. Even though I've got more than one variable, it's the same variable. So now if I just want to move this to this side, minus 2 t sub r, I end up with 120 is equal to 8 t sub r. Divide by 8, exactly. That gets me t sub r is equal to 15. And this fact here says that t sub t and t sub r are equal to each other. So if I know t sub r is 15, t sub t must also equal 15. And just like that, I found both answers. Okay, so even if you aren't told all three numerical values, as long as you have something to replace it with, it gets you down to a single variable equation. That solves like normal using basic algebra. And then we go from there to find all the answers.